Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I like to give all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Brahachakwadash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of GMS, the Great Millstone, who rule, who teach well. Shalom, shalom. All right, this is Brother Nabala back with another lesson. All right, and I was inspired to do this lesson, through the brother Yakal. All right, I was watching his live, and he got into, how our bodies are going to be changed, in the new covenant. All right, when I was watching his live. All right, so we're going to get into that. All right, I think this would be, a good topic to get into. All right, so, the Lord told us, that our bodies are going to be changed, in the twinkling of an eye. All right, and, when our bodies are changed, he's gonna, put, the laws, in our inward parts, so that we will never go off again. All right. And so let's get First Corinthians 15. Let's start with that. First Corinthians 15, and then we'll go, I believe it's verse 50. Yeah, see, it says the mystery of resurrection. All right. And then, for edification purposes, let's look what, resurrection means. Okay. It says the action or fact of resurrecting or being resurrected, raised from the dead, revival. You see? So, it's a mystery. All right. Especially to those, that, aren't partakers in this truth. All right. But the Lord, he gave us these mysteries, so that we could understand these things. All right. It says, now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of Yahweh Bashem Shai, neither doth corruption inherit incorruption. All right. So, this, these earthly bodies that we're in now, they can't inherit, the kingdom of heaven. All right. And the reason why is because we're still in the sinful flesh. All right. We're still in the corrupt body. All right. There's a scripture that talks about how we are in everlasting chains of darkness. All right. And these, these are the bodies that we're in. Our souls are inside, chains of darkness, man. All right. These everlasting chains of darkness right here. All right. To serve out this punishment here on earth. All right. So, this is a sinful flesh that we're in. So that's why our bodies have to be changed, and have to inherit, incorruption. It says, behold, I show you a mystery. You see, this is a mystery, all right, that the Lord had revealed, to his prophets, because the Lord said, I will do nothing until I reveal these things to my prophets. All right, roughly paraphrasing. It says, we shall not all sleep, but we shall be changed. All right. Because, 2/3 of our people, they're going to be destroyed here in Babylon the Great. All right. But only the elect, all right, the 1/3, starting with 144,000 and the men, women, and children, all right, are going to be, getting new bodies. All right. This is only, for the Israelite men, women and children. All right. We're the only nation that's going to be changed. All right. When this time comes, and this time is deliverance. All right. It says in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trumpet. You see, at the last trumpet, meaning when Yahweh Shai comes and he delivers us. All right. That's going to be the last trumpet, when this nuclear destruction, comes upon Babylon the Great. All right. When these nukes are flying and coming down, the elect will be going up. All right. In this time, it says the trumpet shall sound and the dead shall be raised incorruptible. All right. Because, there's, some of the elect, all right, are actually, in the grave. All right. And they're going to be risen up from the dead first. All right. Into the incorruptible bodies. All right. It says, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and the mortal must be immortal. All right, because we're in these mortal bodies. Meaning that we could die. All right, we could be put to death. In these bodies. But when you're put on that immortality, we can never die. We have everlasting life. We have everlasting. We live forever. It says, so when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. All right. So death is swallowed up in victory. Once we receive these new bodies, all right, and we receive these incorruptible bodies, when we receive this immortality, death will be no longer a thing for us Israelites, man. All right, because we're gonna live forever. All right, we're gonna live from generation to generation to generation. You see, we're gonna have children. Our children are gonna live forever. It's gonna be an everlasting, everlasting cycle. All right, with the Israelites. All right, but starting with the elect. The 144,000, and the men, women, and children. All right. And the Lord told us, man, it's a covenant that he's going to make with us. All right. So let's get that in the book of Jeremiah. Let's get the book of Jeremiah 31. And we'll start at 33. See, and you can see here it says a new covenant. All right. The book of Jeremiah 31. All right. So it says, but this shall be a covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. All right, the house of Israel, meaning the Israelites. Okay, it says after those days, or after those days, meaning after the Lord, after the Lord, brings us up, in the twinkling of an eye, he said, and changes us into those new bodies. Said the Lord, I will put my law in their inward parts and write it in their hearts, or meaning your minds, and it says, and will be their power, and they shall be my people. All right. So, after we get these new bodies, and the Lord beams us up, all right, we're going to, the Lord's going to put, these laws, in our inward parts. All right. So that we can never go off again. All right. So that we can never, stray away, from the laws, all right, the law, statutes, commandments that the Lord gave us, all right, so that we can always stay, stay on good terms with Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, all right. It says, and they shall teach no more every man his neighbor, all right, because that's what we're doing right now. We're out on the highways and these hedges, teaching our people, all right, teaching them, about, the gospel and the good news of the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right. But, in the kingdom of heaven, we're no longer going to have to do these things. All right. We're no longer going to have to teach anymore. It says, and every man and his brother saying, know the Lord, for they shall all know me, from least of them unto the greatest of them. All right. So all of us, every Israelite, the ones, that are going to be brought back into the kingdom, as well, through the loins of the 144,000 and the men, and the women. All right, from the least to the greatest, man, we're all gonna know Yahweh Shema Shai. The Lord is gonna put, put the laws in our inward parts, man. All right, and it says, said the Lord, for I will forgive their iniquity and I will remember their sin no more. All right, because at the end of the day, all of Israel is going to be saved. All right, all of Israel is going to be brought back, into the kingdom of heaven, through, through birth, being born again. All right, through the loins, of a man, and through the womb of a woman. All right, so all of Israel, at the end of the day, will be saved. All right, at the end of the day, they all will be saved. But 2/3 of our people, they have to suffer on this side. They have to, go through, that nuclear fire, in order for them to be, in order for them to be purified, and to get out all the impurities, and to get out all the wickedness and things like that. All right. So let's go to the book of Ezekiel. Let's go to the book of Ezekiel. Slakia. Let's go to the book of Ezekiel 11, and we'll go to 19. It says, and I will give them one heart. You see? So the Lord's going to give us all one mind. And it says, and I will put a new spirit within you. So we're going to get, when the Lord, beams us up, we're going to be, our body's going to be changed. All right. The Lord's going to give us new spirits. The Lord is going to, put the laws, in our inward parts, in our minds. It says, I will take the stony heart out of your flesh, and I will give, all right, the stony mind, I will give them a heart of flesh. All right. It says that they may walk in my statutes, you see, and keep my ordinances, keep his, ordinances, get into order, keep his order, his laws, his statutes, his commandments, and do them, and they shall be my people, and I will be their power. All right. So, it's this plain as day right here, plain upon tables, what the Lord is going to do, when the Lord comes and delivers us, the elect, starting with the 144,000. All right. When the Lord comes and delivers us from Babylon the Great. All right. Let's get the book of Ezekiel 36. Let's go to the book of Ezekiel 36. And then we'll go to 25. We'll start at 24. It says, for I will take you from among the heathen and gather you out of all the countries. All right. Because remember, according to the book of Deuteronomy 28, what is it? Deuteronomy 28, I think 64, around there, somewhere around there, we were scattered through all four corners of the earth. All right. We were scattered amongst the heathen. All right. And it says, and will bring you in your own land. All right. And what is that land? All right. That land is, Israel. That's the land that the Lord is going to bring us back to. All right. It says, then will I sprinkle clean water upon you, and ye shall be cleaned from all your filthiness, and from all your idols will I cleanse you. All right. And what does scripture say in the book of Ephesians 5? The book of Ephesians 5 tells you that you're cleansed by this word, right? So let's go to that. Let's go to the book of Ephesians 5. Where is it at? Here we go. Ephesians 5, and we will go to 26. We'll start at 25. It says, husband, love your wives, even as Yahushua HaMashiach also loved the church, and give himself for it. All right. Because we know that Yahushua, he died for our people. The church, represents, us Israelites. All right. He died for his people. All right. According to the book of John 3:16. All right. It says that he might sanctify, meaning to purify and cleanse with the washing of water by the word. All right. And you see, Yahweh Shema Shai, when we get these new bodies, he's going to put, his word, in our inward parts and in our minds, so that we can never go off, so we could keep his ordinances, keep his order. All right. It says that he might present it to himself a glorious church. All right. Not having a spot or wrinkle or any such thing, but that it should be holy without blemish. All right. And we go to we could go to 2 Peter 3 and 13. Let's go there. 2 Peter 3 and verse 13. Um 13, and we will go to verse 14. So let me highlight that. It says, see, this is new heaven and earth right here. All right. Let's read let's start at 13. It says, nevertheless, we, according to the promise, look for a new heaven and new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. All right. So that's what we're looking forward to. We're looking forward to, righteousness on this earth, for the Lord to come, and conquer, these many kingdoms. All right. That's what we're looking forward to. All right. And we're looking forward to dwell, in righteousness, man, in this place, man, no more wickedness, man. It's all righteousness, man. When Yahweh Shem Shai, our king, comes, and takes these crowns, man, from these different kingdoms. It says, "Wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, be diligent, that ye may be found of him in peace, without spot and blameless." You see, and we just read that, in the book of, Ezekiel 36. All right, it says, that we'll, without spot. All right, we're gonna be blameless. All right. And the Lord taught us in Revelations 14:4. All right, let's get that. Revelations 14:4. All right, it says, see, it says here, the Lamb and the 144,000 on Mount Zion. All right, 144,000, starting with, the elect men. Okay, it says, we'll start at, let me see. We could start at 3. It says, "And they sung as it were a new song before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders, and no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth." All right, and you see, in 144,000 is the only ones, that could sing this new song. All right, you know, the only ones, that the Lord, revealed, the secrets to, how he loosened them seals, so that we could get the understanding of these scriptures. All right. So only the 144,000, the men. All right. The apostles, starting with the elders and apostles on down, the apostles, the elders, the teachers, what do you call what do you call the people, the evangelist, Salak, if I'm, saying that wrong, but, starting with those men of GMS, a great millstone, because we fall into, the other men's labors. All right. So, starting with the men of GMS, a great millstone, it says, "These are they which were not defiled with women." All right. And this is, talking about, the great whore Babylon. All right. We weren't defiled. All right. For they are virgins. All right. So we weren't defiled, with the ideologies and the philosophies and the wicked customs of this place. All right. We didn't let none of those things defile us, because we stayed true to this truth, man. And we feared, we have that fear, of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. It says, "These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth." You see, and does the scripture says that my sheep hear my voice wherever I go? Roughly paraphrasing, it says these were redeemed from among men. All right, and the Lord told us that, only a remnant should be saved. Only a remnant. Meaning, a remaining, will be saved, and those are the people, the elect, that are gonna follow Yahweh Shem Shai. It says, "These were redeemed among men, being the first fruits," and that's another word, for the elect, is being the first fruits. All right. It says, unto Yahweh Shem Shai, to the Lamb, and in their mouth was found no guile. All right, meaning no, no lies, basically. For they are without fault before the throne of Yahweh Shem Shai. All right. So, we were found without blemish, meaning, we were without fault. All right. So yeah, man, we got a great thing coming to us, man. All right. So that we will never go off again. All right. Let's get Hebrews 8:10 and Hebrews 10-16, and I'll end it off with those. So let's get the book of Hebrews. Let's see. Oh, it's in the New Testament, I believe. Yeah, the book of Hebrews, 8, 4 for 1. Call halayim la Yahweh Bashim Awashai Bashim Kakodash. Let's get here. It says, Hebrews 8 and 10. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. Once again, you see, it's a promise that the Lord has given to us. And in those days, that the Lord, I will put my laws in their mind. You see, in their mind, your heart, your mind, lob. All right, the Hebrew word lob, and write them in your hearts. All right, and I will be to them a power, and they shall be my people. You see. And here again in verse 11 says, and they shall not teach every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord, for all shall know from the least to the greatest. You see, for I will be merciful to their unrighteousness, and their sins and their iniquities will I remember no more. In that he saith, a new covenant he hath made. He had made the first old. Now that which decayeth and waxeth old is ready to vanish away. All right. So that's, playing upon tables once again. All right. Let's go. Let's finish here at Hebrews 10 and 16. It says, one sacrifice of Hamashiach, of Yahushua Hamashiach is sufficient. You see, and the word sufficient meaning, it's good enough. All right. The sacrifice, that Yahweh gave his one only begotten son. All right. For Israel, man. All right. According to John 3:16. Let's get this. What is it? Hebrews 10 and 16. See, and it says the same thing here. All right, and we'll just finish off with this. It says, this is the covenant that I will make with them after those days, said the Lord. I will put my laws in their hearts, and in their minds will I write them, and their sins and iniquities will I remember no more. Now, where remission of these is, there is no more offering of sin. All right. So, once the Lord, forgets our inequities and things like that, and we never go off. All right. There, we're not gonna, we're not gonna go off in sin anymore. You see. We're all gonna be in our right state of mind. All right. We're gonna have, the perfect balance. Everything's gonna, work out well for us. Work out well for us, man. The Lord is gonna, give us blessings upon blessings upon blessings, man. We're gonna be able to, be joint heirs with the Lord, and have rule these kingdoms with Him, man. The Lord is gonna give us portions, man. We're gonna be joint heirs, with Yahweh Shai, man. Our King, the house of David, man. All right. 444. Call halayim la Yahweh Bashim Shai Bashim Kakodash. All right. So, man. Yeah, man. This lesson once again was inspired, by brother Yakal, my brother, that I go out and preach on the highways and these hedges. All right. Because he was talking about it, so I just thought I'd pull out some precepts about it, through the Spirit. All right. So, once again, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of GMS, a great millstone, who rule and who teach well. Shalom to the 144,000, starting with 144,000, the men, women, and children out there. All right. And, until the next video, this is Brother Nabala. Shalom, shalom.